Hey guys, today we're gonna show you how you can set up custom bar charts in your FlutterFlow application. My name is Sanjay and I'm a CEO at Calda. Calda is a FlutterFlow, Supabase and WeWeb certified low-code agency. Right, so FlutterFlow already has predefined chart components, but the problem is that you don't get to customize them as much as the one that we'll show you today. With custom bar charts, you can customize all of the elements of the chart so that the chart is well embedded into your existing app UI. Right, so let's get started. Okay, so once you've created a new FlutterFlow project, open it and navigate to Custom Code section on the left panel. Then click on Add and select Widget. You can create a new name for the widget, but in our case we have to name the widget Custom Chart, as the custom code that we'll import in the next step references that specific name in classes. If you don't name the widget correctly, the chart won't function properly. So let's name it Custom Chart. And the next step is to, in the PubSpec dependencies, click on the Add button. And as you can see, a new input field pops up. In this field, you have to insert the name and version of the dependency or library, which you can find on pub.dev. Pub.dev is an official repository for Flutter framework, and we can find any Flutter supported library here. So let's search for fl_chart and select the first search result. Here we can copy the name and the version of the dependency and then input it in our input field. Then click on the refresh button, and that's it for this step. Every library usually has a code snippet in README or example section. This part requires some basic knowledge of programming in Flutter. You can take the example code and provided by your chosen library and adjust it to your needs. Since we used the FL chart library, we took the code snippet from their GitHub example and then made some changes so that the chart looks more custom. You can find both the official FL chart GitHub link as well as our own custom bar chart GitHub link in the description. So once you have the code, you can copy it and paste it in our FlutterFlow project. And sometimes once you paste the code into the editor, we can see the underlined red text indicating errors in the code. Hover over the underlined text and select Quick Fixes and then import library package. This should remove the underlined red text throughout the whole code snippet. So once we are done with that, we can save the widget, which should trigger the message indicating that the FlutterFlow parameters don't match with the parameters in the code and ask you if you're sure that you want to proceed. Parameters are parts of the code that reference the specific elements of the bar chart, like background color, chart bar color, numbers, and more. By importing the parameters to FlutterFlow, we can make adjustments to our custom bar chart directly in our FlutterFlow project without having to change the code itself. So select yes, and this concludes the second step. So the third step will allow us to add the newly created widget to one of the selected pages within our FlutterFlow app. So let's go to pages, and then on the selected page, create a child component called com, and then repeat the process for the com component and navigate to our newly created custom widget. Great, we're almost done. The last part is to bind the newly inserted widget with the appropriate data. On the right hand menu, as you can see, we have custom widget properties which we can set. So for width, let's say that we just set it to infinity. For height, let's say 300 pixels. And then numbers, you would usually connect the numbers property to your existing backend because you wanted to display the actual data from the backend. For our case, because we're just testing the widget, we'll select some random data from the FlutterFlow pre-existing component. So let's select list of random doubles. For length, let's say 7, because we want to have a bar chart for 7 days in a week, and let's say that the data should vary from 0 to 10. So let's confirm. And then, as you can see, we have a bunch of color properties, which we should set so that we know how the chart will look like. So I'm just gonna copy and paste some of the predefined colors that we created in our Figma design file. Once we've concluded the setting the custom properties in our custom widget, we can go on and try to test the bar chart. So as you can see, the preview should be ready in a couple of minutes, so we'll come back when we're able to test it. And now the bar chart works as it should. If I navigate and hover over the certain bar, they change, and yeah, that's it. So this is how you can elevate the feel of your FlutterFlow application to another level with custom bar charts. Make sure to follow our channel for more tips and tricks on the best low-code platforms like FlutterFlow, VWeb and Supabase. Thank you for watching and see you soon.